Welcome to episode 1 of Discovering Nagasaki from a Local. My name is Chad, and this is where you can experience everyday life in this scenic and fascinating part of Japan. I'm Canadian and I have been a local in Nagasaki Prefecture for more than 26 years. Although I may look middle-aged, I actually turned 61 this November. In about 3 weeks on August the 9th, people around the world will commemorate the 75th anniversary of the atomic bombing of Nagasaki. Due to the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic here in Japan, this year's official ceremony at Nagasaki's Peace Park will be much smaller than usual. Although Nagasaki is well known for this tragic bombing, it is also well known for many other things, such as Dejima, the Lantern Festival, Yosakoi, Glover Garden, House Temples, and Shimabara Castle, to name just a few. Tourists who visit Nagasaki can only see a small fraction of the many venues and events in Nagasaki, and unfortunately there are very few videos of these things online. In my weekly vlogs I will present an eclectic and high-definition tour of Nagasaki Prefecture. I'll focus on the most popular tourist attractions in this prefecture throughout the year and show you exactly how my wife and I farm, bake, and cook Japanese style. My wife is Japanese and her name is Yasuko. She's hardworking and very outgoing, but she only likes the viewing side of a camera, if you know what I mean. We've been married for almost 25 years, and we own and operate a small business here in Omura called Jasper Services. We spend most of our time teaching, baking, farming, things we love to do. I will end each of my vlogs with 2 semi-challenging questions concerning things that I've mentioned or shown during the course of the vlog. Watch the whole vlog and see if you can correctly answer these questions in the comments section below. I will name the first 3 people who do this at the beginning of the following vlog. To start with, let's look at the Japanese meaning of the word Nagasaki. The first kanji is very common in Japanese, naga, and it means long. The second kanji is less common and it's composed of 2 parts, mountain on the left and unusual on the right. It's pronounced saki and it means a geological cape. So Nagasaki means long cape in Japanese. Today I'll give you a short tour around our farmhouse in Omura, and then I'll show you around Omura Park, officially ranked as one of Japan's top 100 parks. Let's get started. This is our farmhouse in eastern Omura. We've lived here for the last 13 years. On our small farm we grow a wide variety of organic produce for ourselves, our bread, our cafe, and a nearby farmer's market. In our garden we are now growing basil, basil in Japanese, wormwood, yomogi, red perilla, akashiso, green perilla, aoshiso, jute, morohea, togarashi peppers, and this is hibiscus roselle, roselle in Japanese, and bitter cucumber, which is goya. Here we are growing seedlings of, on the left, togan, winter squash. Then we have some zucchini and cucumbers, zucchini to kyuri. Here's our string beans just coming out, ingen mame. Broccoli, Japanese broccoli. And this is our soybeans, edamame. We'll be transplanting these seedlings into the garden in a few weeks. Now in the front of our house we have some sunflowers. This is one of them here. And behind this, a prune tree, prune in Japanese. Behind this we have a lemon tree, remon, and apricot tree, anzunoki. We have many bushes of blueberries here. And behind that we have many bushes of blackberry, which are starting to come out now. Behind this we have a fig tree, ichijiku no ki. Actually we have 2 of these trees. And behind the second one we have a yuzu seedling. This is a Japanese citrus fruit. Now, this is the side of our house. And here we have some eggplant, nasubi, and some okra, in Japanese okura. We have some bell peppers that are doing well, pima, tomatoes, tomato, and over here is the green perilla, hibiscus roselle, and red perilla that I showed you before. And behind that is some more blackberry bushes. You can see about half of our side garden has yet to be planted. The heavy rain recently has caused the flooding, and you can see the silt in the furrows here. On the far left is sweet potatoes, 2 rows, satsumaimo, pumpkin, kabocha, and behind that we have jute planted. Here, survived the rain, these are cherry tomatoes, and something that didn't survive the rain is the cucumbers. They're all gone now. This is a tiger melon we're growing here. Behind that, Italian tomatoes and some togarashi peppers. In this row we have red perilla, Italian tomatoes, jute, and the soybeans didn't survive the rain. This is eggplant, whole row basically. And this is where we had a red cabbage. We have some red and green perilla now. A couple of weeks ago I planted these zucchini on the left and parsley on the right, and I think they're going to survive. These 2 small rows of string beans are pretty much finished. The basil here, most of it did survive. And behind the cosmos and sunflowers is trellis, where we're growing our Goya and cucumbers. Here's a close-up of the Italian tomatoes, our bell peppers, some more okra, and red and green perilla. And along this retaining wall we're growing pumpkin. We're coaxing the vines down the wall. This is our bakery, Jasper Bakery, Tennen Kobo Pan, which means organic yeast bread. I'll take you inside. This is our small 20-liter mixer and 2 counters. And in the background is the 2 ovens here. And below is our proofer, hoido in Japanese. We keep our ingredients in the fridge over here. So in future episodes, this is where I'll show you how we do all of our organic baking. So I'll take you around to the front of the house, and you can see my Suzuki K-truck, light duty truck. It gets me around, but you can see it's pretty small. Okay, I'll take you inside our house now. This is the genkan, they call it in Japanese, it's an entrance. And the red case in the background is my wife's koto, horizontal harp. These are some bay leaves drying. And these are seeds for next year, soramami, the sky beans. These are onions, tamanegi, potatoes, jagaimo, and ginger, shoga. So this is our kitchen. In future episodes, this is where I'll show you how we cook a wide variety of Japanese dishes. It's a small kitchen, but we get a lot done here. And finally, this is our living room, the tatami room. I'm standing in front of the main entrance to Omura Park, Omura Koen, along Route 34. To the right, you can see a restaurant and a tour shop. Omura Park is directly across the street from Omura City Hall, the Shiakusho. Omura is about halfway between the cities of Nagasaki and Sasebo, and it has a population of more than 90,000 people. This is a view of the large pond inside Omura Park. There are 4 gazebos overlooking this pond, and in the distance you can now see Omura Park's main bridge. Right now you can hear the cicadas, semi, in the background. They're very loud, and their arrival signals the end of rainy season. The rainfall in the past 6 weeks has done a lot of damage in Kyushu. This bridge is called Cherry Blossom Bridge, Sakurabashi, and it was completely rebuilt about 16 months ago. This pond is teeming with mullet fish, bora, and they gather here in large numbers when people throw food in the water. These are the 2 largest cherry trees, Sakura in Omura Park. And this is a wisteria trellis, Fujidana. Wisteria usually blooms here in early March. On the left is a flower which blooms in June and July, the hydrangea, ajisai in Japanese. A famous German physician and botanist who lived in Nagasaki in the 19th century named another rather unique hydrangea Okatsuka, after the nickname of his Japanese mistress. In early April, you can see a canopy of cherry blossoms along this road and parallel path. Most of the trees in Omura Park are cherry trees, and some of them are quite rare, like the Omura Zakura. These two signs here read Kyakusen no Chi on the left and Rikishi Koen on the right. They indicate that this park is one of the top 100 areas in Japan and that this is an historic park. Up ahead on the right you can see one side of this L-shaped iris garden. It is surrounded by azalea hedges. The best time to view iris blossoms, Hanashobu, is in early June, and the azaleas, Tsutsuji, start to bloom a week or so before that. This is the most scenic part of Omura Park. Here you can see one of the last remaining iris blossoms in the park. From this location you can see the walls of Omura Castle, the landscaped iris garden, and Omura Bay 100 meters in the distance. Omura Castle, which is also known as Kushima Castle, was built 422 years ago in 1598, and it was the base for the Christian daimyo Yoshiaki Omura and his clan. The castle was rebuilt in 1614 by his son Sumiyoshi Omura, and it was the seat of the local government for more than 250 years. Most of the castle was demolished in 1871, and only portions of the castle wall remain. Only one of its watchtowers, Yagura in Japanese, that you see here, was rebuilt 39 years ago in 1981. From here you can see the iris garden and watchtower in the distance. This path on the right leads to a stairway up to the former castle keep, donjon in Japanese. You can see a large stone lantern on the left and part of the iris garden on the left, built where the original castle had its moat. The stairway up starts from this large stone gate, Tori, that you see here. There are many historic statues and artifacts along this stairway. Now I'll take you up this rather gradual set of stairs. For the next few weeks, these loud cicadas will make a lot of noise attracting mates. They've just spent about 15 years on the ground as nymphs, and now they are near the end of their life cycle. About halfway up these stairs you'll see a small Japanese restaurant on the left that serves hot and cold food. This is a dragon water fountain at the top of the stairs. Right next to the fountain is this large tori, as you can see here. In 1884, this Shinto shrine was built on the foundations of the original castle keep. That's 134 years ago. Not far from the Shinto shrine is a long row of torii gates that leads to a special fox shrine. This will be our last stop in Omura Park, so let's have a look at it. And here it is. As you can see, two stone foxes with red bibs are standing guard in front of the shrine. Now for today's two questions. Just before I entered the house to show you our kitchen, there was a blue and white sign on the door with a 5-letter acronym starting with a W and ending with an F. What are the 3 most common names for this international organization? When I was showing you Omura Park, I mentioned a special type of hydrangea, Okatsuka. What was the real name of the Japanese woman that this flower was named after? Please leave a comment below and find the answers to these questions next week. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my ongoing vlogs. I will respond to your comments and questions in the next episode. Support my channel by giving me a thumbs up and by sharing my vlogs with your friends and family via social media. See you next week.